Sorry. Anywho. Okay, shut up. Okay. Anywho. Ignore that. Today is time for the 2026 More Pandas Soup World Cup bracket and knockout prediction. Okay? Let's do this. Let's get right into it. Yep. Bang, bang, bang. Here we are. Core bracket. Gonna press on this. Now the way it works, got all these lovely groups here. We're gonna pick top four. Obviously, we're gonna pick the order in every group. Then we're gonna go and pick the 8 best third place teams. Then we're gonna go into the knockouts and pick our winner. And you're not gonna make fun of my predictions because it's my thing and I get to predict what I want. I'm gonna move my camera up. Move it here for now, just so you can see all the way down there, so you can see everything. Now this first group, we're gonna have Korea, Mexico. I'm gonna back to go through and then Czechia. It's a pretty easy group. Similarly, Group B, also not really the best group. So we're gonna go Canada, Switzerland, Bosnia. But I don't see a world where Qatar win a single game, if I'm being completely honest. Group C, we've got a little bit of a harder one here. Brazil, I see Brazil going through. Scotland, Morocco. Gonna put Morocco and Scotland third. And Haiti again. I think it's their first World Cup. If Haiti can muster up a little W here, if they can somehow get third, then well done to them. I don't know if they'll be the best third place teams, but if they can get any points, I'll be proud of them. Group D, bit of a difficult one because we've got the I'm a bit biased to the old Australia, but I'm gonna back us to come second here. I don't know what I just pressed. I think if we really put our heart and soul into this fight, we can come second. We can beat USA. Paraguay. I'm not even saying Paraguay are a bad team either. I just think it could even go that way, but because it's in the USA, I guess I'll back them. Next group, we got Germany first, Ecuador or Ivory Coast. I'm going to go with Ecuador. Ivory Coast third, and Curacao. Okay, again, Curacao. Well done. Well done to make the World Cup, I guess. I don't know. Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. Sweden. I don't know. They shouldn't have even. I feel like they shouldn't have even made the World Cup. They didn't deserve to make it, if I'm being honest. They got Gyökeres, so I don't think they deserve to win it. Make it. I don't. Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. This, I guess, could also go that way, but just for the point of this, I'm going to put Belgium first. Yeah, why not? Spain, Uruguay I'm going to put, then Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde. Hey, again, Cape Verde. Round of applause to them, they made the World Cup. But, yeah, you can come forth, mate. Senegal, Sadio Mane. We're going to have France, Norway, Senegal, Iraq. Again, am I doubting this could happen? A little bit, but, you never know. This group, Argentina actually have a very easy group now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to go... I was going to say Austria, but Algeria aren't a bad side usually. I think Algeria can come second here. This is my list. I can do what I want, blood. Portugal can not come first. I didn't see Colombia. I think Colombia have a pretty good... I think Colombia could make it pretty far, if I'm being honest. They came first in their group. Well, they're going to, according to my prediction. England, Ghana. I don't see Croatia. I think Croatia can come third. Come on, Ghana. Okay. Now we got to pick the best third placed teams. Let's do it. If it wants to load. Okay, so we just got to pick 8. So I'm just going to go Croatia, Senegal, USA, Scotland, Sweden, Saudi Arabia, and I picked 2 more. I'm going to go Uzbekistan. I think we're going to have a bit of an Uzbekistan upset here. I'm going to go Austria. Or I could go Ivory Coast instead of Uzbekistan. I'm going to go Uzbekistan. I'm going to do what I want. This is my thing. Now onto the knockout rounds. You know, I might move my camera over here just so you can see a little easier. Okay. Germany, USA. Sorry to the big USA, but unfortunately you're not making it out of that one. France will beat Sweden. Mexico, Switzerland. Again, it's like it could go either way, but I'm gonna give Mexico the nod on this one. Netherlands, Morocco. I'm gonna go Netherlands. Netherlands are a nice little underdog team. You always love to see Netherlands. Well, not even underdog. They always seem to be a dark horse. I'm always rooting for Netherlands if I'm being honest. You can't hate them really. Morocco, they had a very good run. They got to the semis in the last World Cup. Their run's gonna be ended right there by Cody Gakpo. Next one, Portugal, Ghana. Ronaldo's not making it out of this one. Ghana, you're in. Spain, Algeria. Was kind of glazing Algeria a little before, but yeah, you're not beating Spain. Bang. Now, Turkey, Senegal. 2 words. Sadio Mane. You're in. Senegal beat Turkey. Sorry, Azrak. I'm very sorry. Belgium, Saudi Arabia. Belgium, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Belgium. I'm gonna put Belgium. I don't think Belgium have the best squad, if we're being honest. Let's be honest here. I don't think Belgium have the best squad, but yada yada yada. Brazil will beat Japan. I think here's a little side prediction. I think this is gonna be a close. I think this game will go to pens. I think Brazil Japan will go to pens, but Brazil will make it through. Remember that prediction. Ecuador, Norway. I'm gonna go with Norway. If Haaland locks in, I think Norway could do very well with the right fixtures as well in the knockout stage. I think they can get themselves a nice little quarterfinal. This fixture in this case is not very ideal for them. Korea, Scotland. I'm gonna go with Korea. I think Son Hyun-min, my boy, he's adapted to the North American conditions, and I think he's ready to cook. England, Uzbekistan. Sorry, Uzbekistan, you're done. Time's over. Argentina, Uruguay, a bit of a South American jewel. Argentina, I don't see them realistically not making it through here. Egypt, Australia. We got the Australia, our boys. I back us to win. I back us to win this one. I think we can beat Egypt. And maybe it's just glaze, and maybe it's just bias because I live in Australia, but this is my bracket. I can do what I want. Okay. Canada, Austria. I think Canada are going to win that one. I really do. They're playing in Vancouver. I think that's in Canada. So, Croatia, Colombia. I think are going to go through. Now on to our that was a round of 32. Wow, that's a lot of teams now that I look at it. Quarterfinals now. No, not quarterfinals. Round of 16. I didn't realize how big this was. This is going to be a lot longer of a video than I thought it was going to be. Round of 16. Germany, France. I think it's going to be a very close game, but I think France are going to go through. Netherlands, Mexico. We're going to go with Netherlands here. Okay. Sorry, Mexico, but your time's come to an end. Ghana, Spain. And I did that whole thing before, like Ronaldo, you're done, mate. Semenyo's coming for you, but Spain are going to get through on this one. Senegal, Belgium, Sadio. Mane is going to beat Belgium in the round of 16. Watch it happen. Brazil, Norway, Haaland and the boys. Haaland and friends have fought very well to get to this position, but Brazil are making it through. Korea, England. It's not coming home, but England are still going to beat the Koreans. Sorry, son. Argentina, Australia. We played Argentina and lost 2-1. We only lost 2-1, by the way, to the champions in the last World Cup. It was an own goal that they scored, but yeah, I don't see us winning that, unfortunately. That's where the glaze has to come to an end, I think. I think Colombia beat Canada. And we're getting to the quarterfinals now. France, Netherlands. Another very close game, I'm going to reckon. But I think France just have the greatest squad. So I think they're going to make it through there. Spain, Senegal. I'm sorry, Mane. Sorry. And then Brazil, England. This genuinely could go either way, but I'm going to say Brazil win. I'm just going to say Brazil win. Yeah, it's not even close. I don't even reckon it's close, to be honest. The England squad, England have good players, but it's just something about how they play, and also they have Saka, so I don't think they're gonna win. Argentina, Colombia, a bit of another South American duel. I honestly, if it isn't in the World Cup, if this is just like a qualifier match or a Copa America, something like that, like not a smaller thing. But if it's not the World Cup, I think it's more. It could go either way. But I think World Cup on the stage, I think Argentina can step up, and they've shown that they can. This is a good game. France, Spain. I think this, if my bracket turned out any differently, if these two were on opposite sides of the bracket, this would be the final. Okay, and it's unlucky that they're here in the semi-final, not the final, but it's going to make for a great game. And I think France are going to get revenge for the Euros game, which was actually 2 years ago now that I think about it. They're going to win. France are going to win. I think France have been slowly building up. Since the last World Cup, they kind of fell off. They've been building. Mbappe's going to cook. And the other semi-final, Brazil, Argentina. I think Brazil go through. I think if I was watching this game, I'd want Argentina to win. But I think Brazil can win this game if they really try. It could go either way, but I'm going to just tip Brazil because I don't know. And in the final, France, Brazil. It's pretty interesting. And I mean, if you know one thing about me, you know I never go against my GOAT. I never go against Mbappe. And I'm going to put my camera on this side, and I'm going to hover over the thing that says France. What I'm doing, I'm going to get my mouse, and I click it. Okay, that's what I did. So France are officially the 2026 World Cup winners. Round of applause to them. And that's my bracket. That's my bracket done. If we zoom out a little, let's go. Oh, okay. Well, this is not going to work. Let's zoom back in. Let's zoom our way back in here. Okay. Well, if you can see, blah blah blah. Germany, France, Mexico, Netherlands, Ghana, Spain, Senegal, Belgium, Brazil, Norway, Korea, England, Argentina, Australia, Canada, Colombia, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay, France are going to beat Brazil in the World Cup final, confirmed. And what do I think the score is going to be in that game? I think it's going to be a solid 3-1 to France. I think it's going to be 3-1 to France. Goal scorers, I'm going to say, okay, I can't be bothered really to give you goal scorers, but if I had to, I'm going to say, Mbappe scores 1. Gonna say Cherky scores 1. And I'm gonna say that after this 2-0, guess who scores for Brazil? Neymar Jr., not Vinny Jr., Neymar Jr. It's gonna be 2-1, we're gonna be like, yeah, let's get back in it, and then bang, Mbappe scores again, puts it to sleep. And the second goal will be a pen from him. So his second goal will be a pen. And that's how the World Cup's going to end. And you're going to come back to this video and we're all going to be like, yeah, well done. Hope you enjoyed it. And yippity-doo-dah, I guess. I don't know. This is my, 2026 World Cup prediction. This is taking 15 minutes. I didn't think it'd take this long. But at least I've recorded the video now. So, without further ado.